So we got some other news that we need to go out there and talk about. Trades between the Ottawa Senators and the LA Kings, as well as the Dallas Stars and Nashville Predators. Take a look at this Twitter thread over here. Warren Foegele has gotten traded to Ottawa, pending an NHL sign-off. Sources confirm the Darren Dreger report. The Kings are sending Warren Foegele to the Ottawa Senators, and LA is getting a pick in return. These two teams are also swapping draft picks. So draft pick, schmaff pick, we can ignore that for now and just focus on the fit, the player fit right here. Warren Foegele as an Ottawa Senator? For some reason in my mind, that makes perfect sense. Mostly because when I think of Warren Foegele, all Mia Khalifa rivalries aside, the fact that this guy had such a tenured level of success in Carolina and then in Edmonton, only to kind of fizzle out in LA after a pretty strong first season, it gets me thinking like, hey, this guy had 46 points in 82 games last year. This year, he's only got 9 points. Something was really off with Warren Foegele and the way that he was able to play with the Kings this season. Maybe all he needed was a change of scenery, and what better of a team to go over to than the Ottawa Senators. Foegele plays with a lot of pace, he gets under his opponent's skin, he is hard to play against. Anything that you would want out of a Ridley Gregg or Brady Tkachuk complementary type of player, Warren Foegele essentially brings all of that. So to see Ottawa pounce on this kind of a profile, a guy who is, by all accounts, struggling, and who is decently cheap too, he's only making $3.5 million till the end of 2027, 29 years old, 6'2", 205, I think this is a pretty strong move for the Ottawa Senators. Now, of course, from LA's perspective, we're going to have to wait and see what the actual draft picks are. But I'm gonna be real, it's draft picks. Like, we can probably see some sort of value being balanced out based off of which picks get swapped. Nothing's new there. Seems like it's going to be Warren Foegele and a draft pick in exchange for 2 other draft picks, so maybe the Kings move up in the draft twice. Maybe they get a second or something after giving up a third. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal in my opinion. Warren Foegele wasn't really all too valuable from this season's worth of play anyway. Although you could definitely say that he actually had a really decent season last year. His time in Edmonton was pretty strong as well. Stanley Cup finalist in his last year with the Oil. But Warren Foegele, of course, providing the value that he does, I think he'll be a super frustrating player for other Atlantic Division teams to go out there and play against. He made his living in Carolina just being a tough son of a gun, and now he'll go out there and do the same thing with the Ottawa Senators this year and projectably for the next season as well. Let's go back over onto this Twitter thread and read some of the other tweets that have been mentioned for trades. Take a look at this big move right here. The Dallas Stars are sending a 3rd-round pick to Nashville in exchange for Michael Bunting. Are you kidding me? Michael Bunting is going for a 3rd-round pick? Goodness, the fall off of this guy. Do you remember the time that Michael Bunting was the primary trade return piece for Jake Guentzel? Do you remember when Michael Bunting was challenging Moritz Seider for the Calder Trophy? Talk about a fall from grace, eh? A guy who started his NHL career out super hot, 63 points in 79 games played. He was eligible for the Calder despite being so old and already having all these years of pro experience. He missed all of the cutoffs by just a hair, but that 63-point year was the best season he had ever had. And Bunting then found himself moving around to a whole bunch of different teams. He was in Carolina because the Maple Leafs couldn't sign him. He got traded over to Pittsburgh for Jake Guentzel. He was there for a little bit, then he got sent over to Nashville, had 31 points in 61 games this season, which is fine, honestly. But a guy who's on pace for half a point a game goes for only a 3rd-round pick? That's pretty ridiculous, eh? I get that he's a rental. He's making $4.5 million a year till the end of this season. But just a third? Goodness gracious, man, the Dallas Stars are absolutely locking in and loading up over here. Even Cap Wages is going out there and saying that it seems a bit low value for Michael Bunting. Third round pick, eh? Just that? For him, third, and for fourth liners, first and second. Well, mark it. That's a terribly worded tweet, but I think it's on purpose. Essentially, they're saying that some fourth liners are going out there and fetching pretty sizable hauls. But for Michael Bunting, a guy whose overall level of offensive productivity is literally at half a point a game, you're getting just a third for this guy. Really? Was there nobody else that wanted this dude? Crazy steal for Dallas. Avs should have been all over that. Steal for Dallas. Frank, all these other insiders are stealing your lunch money. Late to the party every time. Stick to coaching high school hockey. Who won this trade? I'm going to go out there and say the Dallas Stars won this trade by a landslide. What a huge addition for such a low acquisition cost. Doesn't seem like there was any trade protection or what have you in play. Yeah, no. Michael Bunting's modified no trade clause expired last year. He was free to go wherever, so you couldn't have gone out there and tried to at least make some sort of a bidding war? Nashville, what are you guys doing? My gosh. Either this guy is just so underratedly bad, like, the stats actually make him look so much better than he is, and he's just that bad of a player that he only goes for a third, or the Nashville Predators really just got kind of fleeced here. So, I don't know. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are a Nashville Predators fan, how do you feel about trading away Michael Bunting for just a third round pick? If we head over to our Nashville Predators, the subreddit, let's take a look at what some of the folks over there have to say about this trade. Let's go over to new, and then we will go over to the Michael Bunting conversation here. Michael Bunting is going to Dallas? Yeah. For a first, I hope. Oh, you hope. Friedman says that a third round pick is going back. What the hell is Barry doing? Okay, it's Seattle's 2026 third round pick, so maybe it's a little bit higher. But it's still a gosh darn third round pick. How on earth did Michael McCarron get more? McCarron and Smith are high-quality options for their roles, and just about any team can afford them under the cap. Fans may not value what they do, but they do improve the teams that traded for them. Bunting getting less than McCarron is hilarious. GMs are obsessed with size. A third? So, yeah, that seems to be where Nashville Predators fans' mindsets lie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel, firstly, about the Warren Foegele to Ottawa trade and the Michael Bunting to Dallas trade? Two interesting moves, one that I actually like a lot for Ottawa, one that I think is an absolute fleece job by Dallas. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.